Hey, Brian Young, ProtinkerToys.com. ProtinkerToys.com. Here's one of the dumbest things that they make the slot car companies put on these boxes is this stupid sign that says caution, electric toy. All right, so this is a Carrera car, and now this is a Ford Mustang 2002 7752. And this is another, now this is a completely different design of the other Mustang. Now this is a beautiful car, nice detail. Again, it still has the same detail as the other Mustang, but just the front. This is what I've always said about the Mustang. And I said this yesterday is, you know, all the cars that have come out over the last 50 years, you know, even 60 years, they've always kept the Mustang looking like a Mustang. Now, there was times in the 1970s and the 80s that they changed. They made it look like a Mustang, but it didn't look like a Mustang. I mean, it was pretty pathetic. But it's kind of like the 55 Bel Air. I guarantee you, if they came out with a 55 Bel Air right now, it would be the #1 selling car in America. Everybody would want it. 2-door, 4-door, back seat, big back seat, lots of room. And they weren't that much bigger than cars nowadays. A lot of the cars nowadays are just ugly. 90% of them are ugly. But the Mustang is not ugly because it looks like a Mustang from the 1960s. That front end, look at that, baby. Beautiful. Now, to get this on a track, you have to pull the old guide pin and put on an SCX or a regular, a scale electric guide pin. Now, when you buy a Carrera car, you get inside of the packaging, in the back of the packaging right here it's like a little packet, and you'll get extra guide pins. And the red one is for other tracks other than Carrera. That's right. This is for other tracks. And we're on a scale electric track, so we are going to pop this on, and we're going to put the wing back on. The wing can pop off, which is nice because in case you don't want it to break, you just take it off. That's very smart. Yeah, that is smart. A lot of times people, they break these wings. What you do is before you race, especially if you've got kids, take the wing off, put it back on nice and firmly, put it on the track. Check out that, holy moly. Now, you know why it didn't work? Because these were flat, baby. You got to put these at 45 degrees, not higher than the guide pin, but just high enough that's going to give good traction. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Holy moly. That's a Ford Mustang. I'm going to come around and stop right in front of you. That is pure beauty. And that's what you call 1/32nd. I think it's actually 1/28 maybe. They're a little bigger than scale electric and SCX, but these are just beautiful cars. You can't get a better looking car. I mean, for the price, nice wheel rims, just a beautiful car. There's not much else you'd have to do with this to make this run. It's got a nice magnet system on the bottom of this. You know what? On this car, I'm not going to do this on all of them, but I'm going to take this one apart so everybody understands what's inside. And you know what? What Ryan can do is splice this into all the videos of showing inside the car of all the other cars. So this is really the inside of a Carrera car, which is very important because people have to understand all the aspects of going into a car, what makes a car, okay? Because you can, you know, people will say, oh, what's inside, what's under the hood? What's under the hood? Well, we're gonna show you oh my gosh. All right, so this is the analog chip. Now, you have to take that chip out and put the other chip in. It's going to be digital. It's got metal brushings, or copper. Notice the tight wheel. Everything is very tight. That's why they move so smooth. Look at that. Very smooth. Metal brushings. Man, if they could do that with 1/64 scale, boy, they'd have a car. Everything is a Bucci motor, a very fine motor, okay? Very fine motor. You got your circuits for your tires. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? That is the interior. But see, here's what I try to tell people. You know, this car could be half the price that it is if they didn't put all this wiring, they didn't do all this electronic, they didn't do all this electronic. All they did is put 2 wires to the guide pin. This car could be $20 cheaper. If I was the manufacturer, I would have limited cars with lights, but most of my product line would be just affordable cars for the consumer. If they want to buy all this stuff and add on to it, then that could be an extra item. But this, people say, well, why are cars? This is why cars are the price they are. I mean, it's not any more complicated than that. It's not any more complicated. Every dollar that you add adds $2 to the retail of a car. Because that car actually could be $3 because you have distributors, shipping. And that's the inside of a Carrera car. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and get your car 1/32 at ProtinkerToys.com.